Good morning, everyone. I'm back to do another quick reading here for us. Having a little bit of a different setup, so let's see if this works for us today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm just so excited to see what will come out today. The mermaids are here to help support us, and it's been a while since I've used these cards, so I'm really excited. Their energy came in earlier this morning. So I also used some of the same cards from some of my readings yesterday because our counterparts are feeling a bit more comfortable, wanting to share. They're getting closer and closer to being able to have these conversations with us in the physical, which is fantastic. So we continue to send them support, and I welcome all of you to my channel. So I ask that you please keep an open mind, and if something is not in resonance with you, I ask that you simply just release or click off, and I ask that you not leave negative comments. I won't delete them because I do believe that everyone has a right to share how they feel, unless it's oppressive and harmful in some way, then I would certainly delete it. But in terms of negativity, what I mean is anything that would be outside of love and light and support. It's not that you're not entitled to those feelings, it's just that negativity does create a shift in the vibration that can be problematic. So I want my channel to be supportive. I want everyone to feel welcomed and comfortable. So however, again, like I said, I don't want to tell people how to feel or what to say or how to act. People should know the difference between what would be appropriate, not appropriate, but certainly as I'm getting a few more viewers and some comments that are starting to surface, they're not always positive. So and I understand. I know how difficult this journey is. I know how difficult it is, especially when we're in separation preparation from our counterparts and having to witness perhaps things that are difficult if it's something that hurts you in some way. But always know that it's all part of learning and growing and evolving. And we can't learn unless we are in those situations. So oftentimes we manifest what we need in our lives to be able to hopefully learn that lesson. And it's difficult, and I don't want to place judgment here on anyone. It's certainly to offer words of wisdom and guidance. Just based on my own experience. It doesn't mean that it's going to be the same for everybody. It doesn't mean that you necessarily need to agree, but certainly in case it is helpful to anyone out there to hear, different perspectives, I think it's important for us to always listen to each other. So again, the mermaids are here, and I'm just so happy to see the messages that did come out. This truth card actually had fallen, and I didn't notice it when I was setting up, so it was interesting, so I thought I would keep that there. The main energies are the ones here, and then these tarot cards surfaced as well. There's similar messages and cards from yesterday's reading that I did. So I feel like it's an expanded reading from yesterday. So if you didn't view yesterday's video, please go and check that out. And then my light language cards are here as well, just to add a little bit more protection for us, to raise the vibration as well. Archangel Metatron grid is on the cloth here, which supports the work that we're doing. Archangel Gabriel is also on the board, and a lot of the crystalline energy that's required. So the mermaids are high vibrational beings that really operate through these frequencies that we carry with us in the physical through these crystals. So they quite like them, and anyone that is wanting to work with the mermaid energy and that realm, it's fantastic. And they're very sensitive beings, but they'll show themselves to you if you are ready to do the work that they can assist you with. And it's always from a place of love. And it's a lot of movement as well. I do light language with my body, movement in my hands. So it's interesting when I started to connect to this realm and watching their movement in meditation, when I would see through my third eye, it reminded me of the way that I move sometimes. So the element of water is connected to them as well. So it just tells me that there's a lot of emotions right now out there. We're close to a full moon. I noticed her yesterday coming home, and it's very, very powerful. I'm not up on all the planetary things, but I can always feel it. So I trust that everyone is going to increase their ability to move forward in the right direction, move forward in the way that you want for yourself. And you're mirroring your counterpart in that third energy. You've merged almost fully as one. So whatever goals you've set out, it'll mirror your counterpart's goals, because you're almost in full alignment, which is why you're close to a reunion in the physical. I'm here to channel for people who are wishing for that, who are on this journey with that goal in mind, okay? So if you're not, it doesn't mean that you can't get anything else out of this reading. It's just that I ask that you honor and respect those who are wishing for that, okay? Again, not everyone's at the same place. It's not up for anyone to judge anyone else in terms of what they are seeking for in their unions. Similar to, I don't want to judge if somebody has a different view or opinion, okay? It's just that, again, I just want to create an open space here for everyone as much as possible. And let's get started. So our counterparts are still struggling a little bit with balancing out their energy, okay? But they're coming out of that. So they're going to have tremendous success today as they work through and release what is required for them to be able to move on, okay? They've been scared, and they've been scared about how you might receive them, especially if they were the ones that stepped away and had to go and do a variety of things to learn those lessons, like I said, or to clear their karmic contracts. You know, we enter often in this lifetime to clear out all that stuff, because if you're meeting your twin flame in the physical, it's not every life or every incarnation that we do that, is my belief, okay? So for any time that you come into contact with them in the physical, it's huge. It's an opportunity to clear, raise the vibration, and grow and evolve as a soul, okay? And we always support each other. So, you know, he is working really hard to fix all the things that required fixing. And that was for him to get himself on the proper kind of way of operating in the world. And one of the biggest fears for this person was to be alone. And a lot of us fear that. I think everyone fears that, actually. It's one of the main things, and it's one of the main things that drives people to do things they wouldn't do, because they make decisions because of that fear of being alone. That wouldn't necessarily be a good decision. That's why it's very important. I think I mentioned yesterday, we should never make decisions from a place of fear. When you find yourself doing that, it's important to catch yourself, step back, okay, and lean into those feelings, especially the ones that are lower vibrational, to work through them, okay? That's how we learn and grow. Hopefully then you can break that pattern and not repeat the mistakes, okay, from the past. So a lot of you are shifting the way that you think and feel. I can feel it as we're recording here, so that's fantastic. I'm just so happy to be able to assist, and the mermaids are also very, very happy. They don't want to kind of take over from us or from me speaking, because when I see what I see, sometimes I get distracted. They're very shy as well. They won't show themselves to everyone, so if they don't necessarily, it doesn't mean they're not there to help you. You might still feel them, Okay, it's just that it takes a long time to develop the relationship with them that I guess I have. I didn't realize I had it, but each time I do work with them, I see more and more, and I feel more and more. So, and how I did that, everyone, was just through meditation. Okay, it started with my own sanctuary, understanding who I was as a being, and then being able to do the work to heal a lot of the things that would surface. And then more and more as I evolved, then I would have different experiences and they would present themselves to me to help me. So they're just going to reset the board here because some people are going to click off because I'm going to lose a big majority of viewers at this point, which is fine. If you're still tuned in and you're still listening, congratulations. You're going to be able to access codes that you wouldn't have otherwise been able to access outside of this reading. I'm here to help you do that. So your counterpart as well is wanting you to know that he's ready. He's ready to face his fears, and he wants you to know that you've been a blessing in his life, and he wouldn't have been able to achieve this level of success without your love, without your support. It brings him tremendous comfort to know that you're still here supporting him, even though he's done, I'm hearing despicable, horrible things. And a lot of the times as well, that negative self-talk can be very damaging as well. So we just want to bring in some light here and bring in some more love, just to surround these masculines that are struggling with that inner dialogue, that really beat themselves up for mistakes. And I'm not saying it's okay to make a mistake, but sometimes we're too harsh on ourselves. And Yeshua is going to come forward now as well to bring in some light for us, because he is an ascended master that really was able to shine light and elaborate on the concept of forgiveness, because that is really a path that can bring you a lot of healing. Okay, so your masculine knows that you've been able, through your own work and being on your own for as long as you have been, was able to forgive him, and he appreciates that. And now, for a long time he was doing the work that he needed to forgive himself, and they need to do that before they can come face you, divine counterpart, because this is why they can't, because it's shame, and a lot of them have previous trauma and wounding as well. So it's amplified as that heart is cracked open, and we shine that mirror to them, for them to kind of understand and see, okay, a lot of the wounding that occurred here, even in your union, was because of the wounding within this person. Now, we had wounding as well. I'm speaking more of the wounding for the counterpart, I guess, for those who may need more information about that. And you might already know what that is. In this case, I feel like there's some things that this counterpart has never shared with you, or anyone else for that matter, because it was just too painful, too hard. He might, coming back, open up in time, but just know that he's he's a lot more aware now that pain and suffering from the past really altered the way that he felt and the way that his life became over time. And he prayed for a love like this. He always wanted this, even though his actions might have said something different. Okay, you don't know what you have sometimes until it's gone, and even that would have triggered abandonment wounds for this person, when you separated. And it's that fight or flight, okay? So trauma is very tricky, and grief and loss is also a very challenging process to go through. There's different steps and stages of grief. It manifests in different ways, and there's no way to escape that work. You need to do it. If you don't in this life, it will stay trapped in your soul's energetic field, and eventually it'll rear its head and manifest in different ways. You'll repeat old patterns until you can heal it. So you have to feel it to heal it, okay? So there's truth here that wouldn't have otherwise been able to surface without your support, your love, your tenderness. I'm seeing a hand being extended out, and they're not taking it, but they're receiving it energetically. So everything that you send your counterpart in thought, if you do energy healing and you send them love, they're receiving it. It's helping them. It's helping them. They're more in a position to be able to accept. Okay, that's future energy that's to come. But they feel re-energized. Recently, they were able to kind of find a space that's sacred to them. They go to the space in order to meditate. If it's a water source, if it's a tree, even if it's a sacred space in their home they've created, they just feel more comfortable in the space. And it could be like a sanctuary meditation, like what I was describing for myself that I started with many years ago. But that's fantastic. That's really good. Really happy to see that. And they're not rejecting the blessings anymore or the love that's been available to them. Okay, they're going to be more in alignment with that, and they're better able to be discerning, and they can understand from a heart space. Their eyes are clear, their eyes are open, and their soul's not trapped or locked. I'm hearing there's no bindings. I don't see chains or ties or bindings on their hands or in their fields. I feel like it's much more free and open and flowing. Oh yeah, free spirit. See that? He was intimidated by the way that you would have presented as a free spirit in the past. Like I said, very loving, very free and open, and sharing a lot about your journey and the healing you would have done. It eventually did provide the clearing required for this person to blast through blocks, okay? Because oftentimes in meditation or energy work, and when you do it properly without being oppressive, you simply offer it, okay? And if they're not ready, it goes kind of on a shelf. And I set those intentions that way because it can be triggering the minute the love and the energy that you send for healing touches their fields. It can trigger a lot. So you have to be gentle. You have to know how to do this work, and you have to be well prepared. So I, do that intention when I don't do it so much anymore, but in the past, would say if you're not ready, that's okay. I just created a safe space for the energy to be held in their fields or outside the fields, or with a trusted spirit guide or guardian that could hold that for them until they feel ready. And then once they do, for it to come in, then over time and after many years, I would sometimes in meditation see old things come in. I was blessed with being able to witness that. So it's because they trust. They know that your intentions are true and pure, and that your intention isn't to hurt them anymore. I think they felt betrayed before if you walked away or if you called them out on things. I know for me, I wasn't always in a good place either. Nobody's perfect. Anytime there's a separation, there's stuff going on both sides. It's not always all of one person's fault. Okay. So, but regardless of all that, he wants you to know, or she wants you to know that your love stands out above everything and everyone. Like, it's just very powerful, and it's very touching and soothing now. And now when it comes in, it doesn't hurt. There isn't like a struggle to receive it so much like before. Okay. So they're ready to move forward with this Chariot card here. Okay. And they know that they have to move forward. They're wanting to move out of this period of stagnancy right now. It's been kind of in the same way for a long time. So like if he kept you in a friend zone, if he kept you or she kept you kind of at a distance, but still wanted you in their life by still checking in, talking on the phone, That's okay, you know. They just want something more now. They want reconciliation. The children involved want that too at a soul level. They don't want to feel scared or be confused or not understand where they stand with regards to your reunion, because they feel and know that this is going to happen. Okay, so now that it's so close, the soul, like the children, feel a little bit like left behind, and they need to be supported as well. And we need to kind of help bring in more love and light in their fields to be able to reassure them that when it's the right time, you know, they'll find out more information to help them feel better, to better understand where things are at, maybe process hurtful things from the past. Okay, but before this can happen, like, these two counterparts need to do their work as a couple. So they needed to do their own work separately, which has happened. Now it's coming together to do the work, and then it'll be bestowed to the children. Okay. So this is a very stubborn energy here. Very stubborn. But he is tuning into higher vibrational things. He's opening up his heart and mind to new things that he wouldn't have considered before. He felt embarrassed that he wanted this for a long time, so he would hide it. He knows he can't hide it with you. You know, he needs to come to you open and ready. So that was difficult too, and he's overcome that, and he's ready, because he, I think, has used some of the skills and rituals, whatever things that he was tapped into, the spiritual things, and it has brought him success. And he doesn't have shame so much. It's more, again, facing you, shame about facing you, because he may have rejected this before if you've offered it, or rejected you as you became enlightened and awakened. Okay. Very passionate here, and a very deep understanding and knowing that he did this, and he's very sorry. He's going to tell you. He's going to tell you that. He's going to be able to tell you that. That's really good. He knows you free him. He knows you freed him somehow from really dark things. And we're not going to be shown unless we want to see, you know, spiritual things like that, like dark things. And he's chosen not to. A lot of it's on the subconscious, but he's a big feeler. He can feel everything, and he knows somehow that you helped him release dark things. He is now seeing fully the truth of past karmic contracts and the darkness that set in as a result of him indulging where he shouldn't have. So he fell for all those tricks. Okay. And you know, they were vulnerable, you know, I think, when this happened. This is your union's energy. It's the love of both that is being crystallized here, and it's protected. So for those of you who are ready to merge in the physical, I'm helping you do that, and you're going to be able to move in the right direction. And your love is protected, okay? Your union's protected. You don't have to worry. So we're coming to the end of the reading here, but what's coming in the near future, very near future, you're both ready to accept each other again. This is a double-pointed amethyst, so it's a master healer and protector as well. Archangel Michael is going to assist with the communication back and forth that needs to happen. Clearings, healings, decisions, things that need to take place in order for you to succeed, to bring in this Ace of Wands. Okay? That's your new beginning. It's coming. You're going to have tremendous success, and there won't be a need to start again. Once you come back together, it's for good. Okay? It took a long time, but slow and steady wins the race. We know that, and he's coming correct now. Okay? And don't worry. There's still a period of forgiveness, but you've done a lot of that spiritually. It's going to flow nicely. It's not necessarily going to be super easy. It might hurt, but just again, do your work. If you're triggered, you need to acknowledge that, step back, give yourself time to examine that. Okay. So I am open and receive with love and vulnerability. Thank you for sharing your love with me. So I believe that we received that card yesterday. So we're now ready to move right in the right direction. And look, there's this karmic here. And they're asking me to kind of create a bit of a distance here. She wasn't ready to let go, so she's going to, her ancestors and guides and loved ones are going to come in to help support her, but we're going to offer a clearing here. Because some of these karmics weren't willing to accept the truth. He spoke his truth, though. If he hasn't, he will be able to do that now. They still denied their role in whatever happened. They didn't want to have anything to do with, like, hearing about, say, your relationship, viewer. But, you know, I'm just seeing she's going to struggle. And the difference, though, is that she won't be able to interfere with this anymore, and he doesn't want to be involved with this anymore. So he's released himself, he's removed himself. Okay. So he knows that he knows the right way, he knows where to go, he knows what to do, and you'll have success. All right. And eventually, you know, she may or he may or may not be able to come back, you know, and fix that in this life. But there's a strong surge of energy coming in. So they've received it, but they need to step away for a period of time to process it, to see what it is that they want to do with it. So you might see karmics disappear for a while. And, you know, it is what it is. And it's up to them to decide what they want to do moving forward. But as a result of them letting go, you're going to be able to re-energize a lot of what was stagnant because this person was refusing to let go. Okay. Oh, look. They're being forced to walk away. Okay. They're not going to be able to necessarily resolve things with you right now. The divine is giving carte blanche to your union, to your families, without the interference of this energy. Okay. There we go. There we go. And there'll be a mediator. So somebody on the behalf of this person will assist for a little while until perhaps you can come back together. This could be an extension of the reading yesterday. So if that ex-partner of, say, your ex-partner, I'm getting it's more the one of the masculine here, can't really deal with this, deal with your reunion, deal with, you know, fixing some of the things that went wrong before, you know, perhaps through another person, she or he will be able to share a little bit about how they're feeling, their thoughts. And there might be an offer, right, through that other person here. So there'll be a release and some healing with the full moon that's coming, that will help pull this person out of this Eight of Swords. And this running away will be a thing of the past for her, for him. It'll be success. Look. Yeah. Yeah. And her wanting death and horrible things here will be no more. It'll be eclipsed out, is what I'm hearing. Okay. That's really good. Really happy to hear that. I just want to pull some cards from Yeshua to leave us with some messages here for us, since he presented himself earlier. Divine Masculine is really interested and involved with this energy of forgiveness and light, and learning more and more about these spiritual concepts, is understanding more that Yeshua is an ascended master. The way that he was portrayed through religion is not accurate. We know that. Okay, we all embody that God energy. I'm not saying that Yeshua got it wrong. He didn't. It's that people at the time didn't understand what he was saying and doing. Okay, and used it in a dark way to continue to perpetuate a power and control over people by establishing like a hierarchy and the fear stuff. Okay, so again, some of what Yeshua shared obviously is still really important and powerful and helpful. You have to be discerning and you have to know. So yeah, so you don't throw away everything. Okay, that's the trick, and that's the blessing for you to understand that. So you see here, have faith in God. And I feel like this is our counterparts, you know, thinking back to when they were little. This is inner child healing. Yeshua's been there this whole time, holding their hand and helping to guide them through that process. And if they're newly waking up to this, Yeshua will help them do the work. Another card here. So if you want the scripture, it's Mark 11:22. Okay. He that believeth on me, the works that I do shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go unto my Father. John 14:12. So basically, this is an energy of believing, having faith in yourself, and understanding who you are, the power that you hold. Okay, the divine, the divinity within all of us shines. We come here sorry, to share that divinity with the world. So what they're saying is they want it to shine out from your heart on the up to the outside. It needs to be authentic though. Okay, and it can't be oppressive. It can't be anything that hurts anybody. Now, sometimes we're mirrors and we share truths with people and hurts them. But as long as the intention is to help them, support them, sometimes the truth can hurt, but you don't own how other people are triggered. You don't own anything that is somebody else's feeling or situation or circumstance or consequence or whatever, karma, okay? You always kind of examine your role in any connection relationship. If there's been harm, look at that properly and do the work required to heal and fix anything that is required to be able to move on and not have pain in your heart. Okay. I sense that there's a lot of shifts that are coming in for the twins that are close to communication here. And Yeshua wants one more card here. Seek and you shall find. So see how, he's here in a meditative state by just being alone. And he was a shepherd and he liked to kind of walk the plains and spend time with animals and with people that were like-minded to him, or that were eager to learn more and that were supportive. And it's important to surround yourself with good things and good people that really mirror your goals. And I was getting, it's interesting this coming through, I was getting that this morning when I do channel almost every day. But if you're connected that way, you do it all the time. But he was sharing with me telepathically that it's been very hard, but like he sees more and more, specifically with a karmic friend, how that karmic friend was influencing him with the advice that he was giving. And he listened to him and wishes he hadn't. And he was finally able to show me that. So I always felt it with that person. I didn't always understand why I didn't really feel comfortable around that karmic friend. But I trust now and know that a lot of it is either intuitively, I just know the energy doesn't match what the person's saying or we're doing, meaning they say or present themselves to the world in a certain way, but really deep down inside, they're very different. So you have to trust your gut, trust your intuition, and I feel like this masculine is able to do that more. Yeah, he's overcome the struggle with feeling silly that this is a true love, that this karmic friend was envious and jealous and didn't want this masculine to have true love. They ridiculed him. And yeah, that's me with that person. I kept my sword up because I never really liked that person, So he's working in my writer's ring, so that's confirmation. So he's working really hard now and knows that he's on the right track. And now this karmic is also feeling left behind, potentially going to be left behind. So he's going to put in some work here. I just don't know what kind of work. He knows, this karmic knows that your masculine's coming to give you this cup. So it's almost like a coming around again where he'll be around in your space. So be aware that this karmic is still wanting to kind of hang out. I felt this morning my masculine was telling me he doesn't want that anymore. Doesn't want that anymore. Doesn't want to be going to the bar. Doesn't want to be meeting up after work for drinks. Like he doesn't want to be around that energy anymore. And he knows, my counterpart knows my feelings on these types of things. Okay, so it's not to say like I like having a glass of wine here and there, but I don't like to overindulge. I don't like to be around people that overindulge and it's silly things happen. I'm way past that now. So he's leaving the fighting behind with these people, and he's going to give you this offering, and because he wants union with you. So he's putting the fighting behind and he's focusing his energy on what he wants, and he's not going to take no for an answer this time. And he understands now why they were making fun of him, because most of them don't have a love like this in their life. Okay, it's not to say that they can't, it's just that the choices they've made hasn't brought it in. This masculine, your counterpart wants that, has always wanted it. Okay, but it's not easy when you weren't shown proper love growing up either. If you don't know what it is and you don't understand, like I said, that separation happens so you can learn about it properly. Okay. So boundaries, healthy boundaries, it's really important. So one more message here. Yeah, Yeshua will be protected. My Father gives you the true bread from heaven. I'm not getting as physical food, but to nourish your mind and your spirit through God, through meditation, through that higher level consciousness. The beings, these mermaid beings, right, from being able to connect to this realm. The only way to access this is really in meditation, and to silence the mind fog and the brain fog and the noise. And you do have to spend a lot of time alone. And meditation isn't like necessarily, meditation to you will be very unique to everyone. You'll figure out the best way to do it for yourself. Okay. You don't need to take classes. You don't need to do any of that. Just find a quiet space and start to just connect, pray and ask for help. Your guides will help you. Every twin flame union have their own frequency, their own trajectory, their own template. So what works for one may not work for the other. So these things out there on YouTube where not everyone fits in the same thing. Okay, there could be similarities, I feel, with twins if they're in your wave, depending on the journey, but it's very individual, and God will show you. God will show your twin, your guides, everything will come to you. You'll see, I promise, it'll come. And what things soever you desire when you pray, believe that you receive them and you shall have them. That's what I just said. God, so beautiful, this energy. I just love him. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. So I struggle, see, I was triggered by this. I struggle when I see that patriarchal power come through scripture, because it's not necessarily just for men. Okay, it's for everybody. So I see equality here, and I don't see gender. So please, let's reread it. Let your light so shine before humankind that they may see your good works and glorify God, which is in heaven. And God is really divine source light energy, and we embody that. Everybody embodies that. And he just was talking about being able to come back home to that God source light within you, and it exists in your heart. Okay, that's the seed of the soul. I will not leave you comfortless. I will come to you. You see, you just need to pray. You need to pray. Okay. So we're going to close the reading now, and I'm just going to set some light language here for you. Congratulations if you were able to stay the whole time. I don't like to do videos too long. I do mostly shorts, but I'm going to be posting some light language later. But certainly Archangel Sandalphon is coming forward to help provide a clearing, to help ground you, to help ground this reunion. Yeshua is going to clear that third energy and clear all of your chakras right now. So just open yourself up. He's sending light through. The mermaids are safeguarding the portals. If there's any weaknesses within portals that you may not understand or can't do that work, just be open to receiving now, and they will close portals from past lives where you aren't ready to do the clearing or healing yet, but it doesn't mean that you can't move forward to do other things, okay? It'll just be held there until you're ready to face it. Come back to them, they'll help you, okay? These are timelines in Atlantis, usually Lemuria, where there was an abundance. The light, the frequency was very different, okay? So it was very high vibrational, and we were much more evolved at that time. The element of water has suffered as a result, and can be toxic to some. There can be fears around it. You have to do the healing with that element of water and bring peace to it again in order to come back home and feel more comfortable. So I challenge you to face your fears in a very healthy way, in a safe way. If you need extra support, there's therapy out there that can assist with that. Hypnosis, I'm hearing, might help. But please make sure to find a qualified person, okay? Always check out their credentials when you're doing work like that. But any kind of therapy to just, with a qualified, trained person, to help talk about your fears and worries, do that. It's okay. Not everything has to be energy healing or in the spirit, in that spiritual realm. It's okay. It's okay to face it in the way that you need to, as long as you face it. Okay, no judgment. Okay, so a lot of you are ready to face these truths, and they will come in. The angels are going to surround you. Ooh, I feel tingling all around. So the angels right now are clearing my back for even viewers that might make comments or think negative things or send negativity my way based on some of the things that I've shared. So they're just going to safeguard me right now. They do want me to keep going and to continue to lean into some of these messages that are not always easy to share. And I feel it through my hips right now. Oh, we have a breakthrough here. So they're telling me not to click off. This karmic has received the light of God here. Wow. Oh, chills going through my body. I feel like I want to cry. Okay. So this karmic is not wanting to lose the love of these people here. And just know that they've hung on to the way that you showed love in the past that made them feel really good. So they're going to be able to find their way. They're accepting the clearing, and it'll be protected here. And they're apologizing right now for the way that they would have sent harm your way or to your children, to your counterpart, to your union at the time if you were together. This is an apology. So I have a tear coming down, and I don't feel they're my tears. Maybe a little bit a mixture between me and this person here. So this could be for you in the karmic. So you might receive apologies from people that might have hurt you in the past, okay? Let's see here. Yeah, they're willing to receive your love again, and there's strength in that. I am focusing on the bigger picture, advancing in progress. So that's them. That's fantastic. That's really good. So fire quartz. Oh, it's right here. Let's see. Cleanse anxiety or clears anxiety, increasing self-worth and self-esteem, releases past traumas, brings joy and enthusiasm, helping to reignite your inner fire and passion while giving you the strength to move forward. Well, need I say more? Wow, that's incredible. So they do want me to cleanse with the Palo Santo here. This person's very eager to learn more about what you do, Divine Feminine, and isn't threatened anymore, and understands that she or he needs to come with the right energy. Okay. If they want help. Okay. And it's up to you to help this person. It's up to you to talk to this person. You don't have to. I'm not here to tell anyone what to do. I mean, ultimately, this is guidance, and you are you all have free will, and it's up to you to decide how you want to live your life. But for those of you who are willing to open your hearts, this person, it sounds like this person wants to try to be a better person. So that's always really good to hear. All right, so on that note, everyone, I wish you all the very best. Congratulations to this person. Thank you, Yeshua. Thank you, mermaids. Thank you to our guides. Thank you, viewer, for staying the entire way. If you've watched the entire video, I thank you so very much for your support, and I send you all so much love and light. Take care.